All right, Coach. So, new season. How many returners do you have?
We got 34 returners. We got 68 on the roster overall. So, for depth-wise, we're doing really well. Those 30-something returners, we got about 10 guys with starting experience. We had a couple early injuries in the O-line, but other than that, depth-wise, it's really helped us out, especially with these 3 weeks instead of 4 typically before your first game. And, right now the big numbers are helping us and keeping kids fresh and keep kids ready.
I was going to ask you about that. What are your thoughts? Obviously, most coaches don't like it too much. Being 1 week short to prepare for the season.
It's kind of like one of those deals where you just say, tell me what to do and I'll do it. You ideally like 4 weeks for our first game, but if there is 3 weeks for us, we're not scrimmages, and we've treated this just like game weeks. We haven't beat them up very much. We kind of keep the practices right at 2 hours, come back up in a short amount of time. So we're trying to just kind of peak at that first game, whether it's 3 or 4 weeks. We've just adjusted. It's not ideal, but it is what it is, so we've adjusted.
And obviously, you're really happy on both sides of the ball. You get, especially the veterans. Jamie was phenomenal. What was it, week 2? He showed you that he was definitely going to be the one to solidify the position.
Yeah, I think we're lucky right now is we got basically a starter or 2 returning at every spot. We lost a lot of good players last year to graduation, but we have a lot of players at those positions that we lost that played. And then our juniors coming up have done a good job. Jamie's being a returning quarterback starter has been a big boost to us just in terms of continuity. We've got some receivers back, some O-line back. Every position is good. We're looking for big things from Jamie. He's getting recruited right now, and I know he's looking for a big year as well. But overall, we're very happy with all the positions. We don't feel like there's a weakness out there in terms of just we've got some starters everywhere and we've got some experience everywhere. Now it's time for the guys to go play.
And any young guys, names that you'd like to mention that are stepping up?
We got a couple of transfers, that moved into our district. Darren White, he's a defensive lineman who's a junior, is going to be a really good player for us. Danny Yanez came over from Steel Canyon, the defensive end. He's looking good right now as a 1. Real Delosa, who was a DB for us last year on JV, starting at corner. We've got Robert Tucker playing really well, a sophomore up from our freshman at running back. So it's a good blend of new guys and returners.
All right, Alex, first things first, it's a new season, and so far I know you've only had a few practices. What would you say are the differences, or do you see any differences in this team?
Yes, I do. I see a lot of difference, actually. More drive, more energy, more effort, all there.
And as far as now you have the same quarterback. He came in pretty early in the season, pretty seasoned. And what are your thoughts on your offense and him leading the way?
I think he will step up and perform like we need him to. We'll make plays, they'll make plays, work out good for us.
And as the leader of your defense, what are your thoughts on your D-line and your secondary?
D-line is doing very good actually right now. They're getting through on pass block and filling the gaps on run. And secondary, they're a little low right now, but they're working hard to get back up.
And any names that stand out to you that you'd like to give credit so far?
Chris Alba, Joseph Toledo, Zach Ferris, Brody Shooker. And,
so you guys are pretty stacked on defense and offense.
Yeah.
So, and if you had to circle something on the calendar, a team that you want to play, would it be Helix or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Always for the musket.
Yes,
the
yes,
coveted
sir.
musket.
Yes, sir.
And what are your thoughts on that? Because they have a new quarterback now, so and they haven't really played as much with him now, so he's got to get accustomed to that offense.
Yes.
So,
we will just do best we can, best prepare, film, hard work of training all week. Come game time, we're ready to play.
And then your thoughts on your first game of the season?
First game of the season, come out firing. No matter what happens, just play hard, go all the way.
And that'll definitely establish the tempo.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jamie, so this is going to be your second year back, and you'll be a junior this year. So you got the starting spot again. How does that feel?
It's great. Just ready to lead my team to a championship.
And what did you think? I mean, it's definitely a tale of two seasons, the way you started last year as opposed to how this year you already solidified the spot with your play.
Yeah.
And what do you think, if you want to throw some names out there, offensive line-wise, receiver-wise, that are going to help you achieve that success?
Some receivers would be like Zach Ferris, very tall receiver. He helps out a lot. Thomas and Dez, very two quick slot receivers. They're going to help out a lot. They always help out in the quick games. And then my O-line, as long as they stay healthy, they're all very good.
And always you should be concerned as a solidified offense how well your defense does too. So what are your thoughts on your defensive scheme?
I think our defense is looking really good. Our D-line could be our best in a long time, I think. They're very strong up there. Linebackers are looking very good, and our DBs are flying around the field all practice.
And if you had to circle a game on the calendar, which game would you most be looking at?
Right now, it's probably Helix because they were the #1 team last year. We haven't beat them in a while, and it's always a big game for us.
And you also have another team coming up to the that went up a notch as well, with Steel Canyon coming up as well. And then you have Granite joining the same league now. What are your thoughts on that?
They're both really good teams, really good competitors. Always fun to play them. Just do what we did the last couple of years, and we'll beat them again, I think.
And overall, in comparison, this team compared to last year's team?
This year's team is different in some aspects. O-line is way different. Upcoming juniors, lost a lot of seniors, but we're looking really good, I think.
All right, Desmond. So, returning this year, what are your thoughts on the difference between the two teams?
It's just mostly the age, you know. We got a lot of young boys this year. Last year we had a ton of seniors, so now it's just filled with like a lot of juniors coming up to seniors. So it's gonna be a good one though. We got some fighters out here.
And what are your thoughts on your position in particular?
Just getting the ball, doing as much as I can for the team. You know, we're a passing team, so we just like the tempo to wear them out, and I just catch the ball and try to score.
And I mean, you're going to have actually a slew of receivers. And what are your thoughts about Jamie taking the helms again?
Jamie's a great quarterback. He's just growing every year, so I have confidence in him, and I know that he'll lead the way.
And any of your other fellow receivers you'd like to throw a shout out to?
Thomas Mangum. He's another senior. He's a great slot receiver, and he picks up my lack when I'm going down, and I pick up his lack. And some young boys too who just came up. They're working hard. Denzel and Robert Tuck, and just a couple other guys.
So definitely a younger team than it was last year. So you guys are going to have to be expected to, take them by the hand, kind of coach them up on what's to be expected. And there's always high expectations at Grossmont.
Yes, sir.
And a couple other different changes. Now Steel Canyon has come up. And also you have Granite Hills actually in your league now. So what are your thoughts on that? You faced Granite a couple of times.
Granite, my whole time here I haven't played Granite yet, so it's going to be a new eye-opener for me because they're down there and we haven't played them yet, so it's going to be a fun game. And Steel Canyon, we played them last year. They're pretty good, but we know that we're just going to keep working hard, and we're going to show them when we get out there.
And on the other side of the ball, what are your thoughts on your defense, your D-line, secondary, and such?
Our D-line, we have some studs out there. They're real athletes out there, and they get to the quarterback quick. So I'm feeling good about our D-line. Our secondary, we have a little bits of stuff we got to fix, but I have confidence in them. And then our linebackers, there's some real hitters, and they stuff the holes, and I know they'll do good.
So let's talk briefly to the first game of the season. What are your thoughts?
That's just going to be the tempo of the season. I feel like we're going to come out hard, and you're just going to see an electrifying team, and you're going to see a young team, but you're not going to know what hit you because we're just going to come out hard, and then we're going to turn it up from there.
Yeah.